went from sick to on a ventilator. I mean, within hours.
The last time Emily Vanderhoof saw her husband Jesse in person, she was dropping him off at the hospital to get checked out. As a nurse, he spent the week before working in mobile testing tents.
Friday evening, he just kind of felt like I might have a cold, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm for sure sick.
The next day, he decided to get tested because while he didn't have a terrible cough, the body aches and chills were severe.
He just kept saying, if this is the flu, this is the worst flu I've ever gotten in my life.
Fast forward to Tuesday morning.
3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, he just finally said, I can't take this any longer. He walked in, and a couple hours later, the nurses called and said he had a seizure and he would be life flighted to Boise.
Jesse's test results came back the next day, positive for COVID-19. Before all this happened, the 39-year-old was healthy.
He bikes, we hike, he's healthy. And this can happen to anyone. I think that is what's so scary.
The cruel reality of the illness goes beyond the symptoms and hospitalization.
I'm not there. I get 5 minutes a day on FaceTime. I'm not there holding his hand. You don't get to just sit there and see the good stuff and the bad stuff. You just get to hope that when they pick up the phone that he's going to open his eyes or nod his head or wiggle his toes.
She's thankful for the hospital staff who have taken the time to give her those moments with her husband.
There are no words. They're amazing. They've answered my calls. They have cried with me. They have talked to me. They hold the phone for him. I mean, those nurses, they're taking care of one of their own, and it shows.
Jesse's recovery up to this point has been slow, but Emily says he's stable and has come a long way.
Today, when I was FaceTiming, he opened his eyes, and that was amazing. It's the little things that matter. But he opened his eyes today. So we're doing good.
Haley Kramer, CBS 2 News.
The new Plymouth Fire Protection District is asking the Treasure Valley community to assist them with donations. CBS 2's Erica Lee has more on what they need and how it will help our first responders.
The new Plymouth Fire Protection District recently put out a call for donations on their Facebook page. They say they're experiencing a shortage of appropriate personal protective equipment that is essential to protecting our first responders against the coronavirus.
They're a fire department, but they're also a quick response unit as well. We've been working with the state of Idaho and the health department, as well as a lot of local vendors that we deal with on a normal basis, trying to fulfill these needs that we have.
Andy Creech says they are in need of N95 masks, gowns, Tyvek type suits, and face shields, many which are not easily accessible.
If you're able to find them, there's the N95 masks. They're sold at hardware stores. They're sold at veterinarian places. They're sold at a lot of different places. They're used for a whole lot of different purposes besides just medical purposes. Some people might have some in their house that they didn't realize that they have, and they are not using them. But they can be purchased at a lot of different variety of places.
If you have any of these items and would like to donate, the new Plymouth Fire Protection District will provide a donation receipt. For more information, go to idahonews.com. Erica Lee, CBS 2 News.
Is National Doctors Day, and we want to recognize all local doctors and nurses who are taking care of so many people right now. Among them, those who work at Primary Health. To help keep patients and physicians safe, Primary Health is offering consultations by telehealth. They also have carside respiratory clinics in Garden City, Meridian, and Nampa for patients showing signs of coronavirus. We talked to the CEO. He told us how thankful he is for his team.
I'm literally overwhelmed by the dedication of all the employees of Primary Health. They come to work every day. They're, in a sense, not asking any kind of special dispensation. They're seeing patients. Of course, just like everywhere else in the country, there's shortage of the protective equipment, and yet all of them continue to see patients.
And of course, we want to thank all of the doctors at all of the local medical clinics and hospitals for their dedication.
Brian, authorities telling us that the 4 officers involved in the officer-involved shooting last night in Caldwell are placed under administrative leave. This is standard practice as the shooting is still under investigation and the suspect is wounded in critical condition as in the hospital right now. Here's more information on the shooting. The shooting unfolded last night at the 3000 block of Colorado. Caldwell police officers answered a radio call about the shooting just before 8 p.m. but found nothing. A little more than an hour later, police called back to the scene where residents reported shots fired. This time, police had to take precautions, and they say a man identified as Shane Farwell started shooting at the officers. Police returned fire, wounding the suspect, who is now in critical condition. The 4 officers involved in the shootout were not wounded, and investigators say that they learned that earlier that evening, Farwell argued with his wife, and she attempted to leave as he allegedly fired his gun at her but did not wound her. Again, the wounded suspect is in the hospital in critical condition. The shooting is still under investigation and is being investigated by the Idaho State Police. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting live in Caldwell, Erica Lee, CBS 2 News.